take you. It won't do you no good. It won't do you no good. And you know I got fever. So when you hit me right, you know you might as well. It won't do you no good. Said it won't do you no good. And I said, kiss your baby goodbye. Come on, love, it's alright. Heaven knows they wanna break you apart. Yeah, kiss your baby goodbye. Come on, love, it's alright. You never know unless you give it a try. Oh, baby. Say, do you know, girl? Can't block the temptation when you get the vibration. It won't do you no good. It won't do you no good. And you can tell I got fever. You try to shake it off, try it all you want. It won't do you no good. Said it won't do you no good. And I said, kiss your baby goodbye. Come on, love, it's alright. Heaven knows they wanna break you apart. Yeah. Kiss your baby goodbye. Come on now, it's alright. You never know unless you give it a try. Oh, yeah.
Hello everybody and welcome along to Singapore for the first time. This is a weird turn of events. We are only hosting one race here in Singapore after the Tier 1 and 2 races were cancelled because of a much clearer game than this pile of steam and poo. Speaking of steam and piles of poo, Will Swan joins me up in the commentary box once again. How are we doing?
I'm not having that.
Well, okay. Here's my fellow commentator that's been my commentator. It's raining. It's raining in Singapore.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
What it is.
It's raining in Singapore, everybody. That's a good start to our Tier 3 weekend.
Doesn't Best still have to use no TC as well?
Oh, yeah, he does. This is good. This is very good. Well, we are currently 14 minutes late to the start of qualifying because Luke Martin was asleep, and it's not the first time this season that he's been caught napping. So, yeah, welcome along. We've got 16 drivers in, I think. Or, no, 15 drivers in. It's like someone didn't want to turn up. But that is still a very good turnout considering the new game's been out for like a week.
And it's much better than this one.
It is. And here we go. We've got some cars coming out the pit lane now. No Kingma here today, so he will not be the first one at the pits like he normally is. It's actually
Harris on no assists in the rain at Singapore. First out. I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait to see it.
He's already nearly binned it out of the pit lane. This is just going to be, for most of these drivers, it's just going to be... Yeah, it's just going to be a fun race, I think. One they're not going to be too stressed about. I mean, especially Harris, because he's driving for Williams and he literally just reported them to get them a fine. I don't think he's going to care if he throws it into a wall. So expect a safety car in this race. But we do have, I think, 5 drivers that are all mathematically in the championship fight. The 2 Red Bulls, I believe, are just outside. I have a very outside chance at grabbing it, and now Harris has spun.
I think mathematically, yeah, but
go on, reset to track.
Yeah, mathematically, I think there's 5 people in it, but realistically, it's on. No, it's on reduced,
it's on reduced, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be fine. Anyways, as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Vasilev does have a 10-point gap, which is extremely helpful.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he could literally finish. I think how many wins did he got?
God, I think 3 now or 4.
And even if he finishes, I think if he finishes P3, does that not mean he's guaranteed it? Because nobody can, unless the first place gets fastest lap as well.
Yes.
Well, and that'll have to be Anderson.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Anderson will have to get if Vasilev finishes on the podium, Anderson has to win with fastest lap.
Yeah, and then Nilsson down in P3 also has a chance. But it's just going to be interesting, especially if we have a wet quali now. But if we have a wet race or any kind of turn on its head in the race, will be very interesting to see if it brings anyone back into contention here. But we do have Durande coming through the final few corners now that are not reprofiled on a new game, but surely will be, hopefully, in a later update. Just don't hit the wall. It's you see. Oh, and Durande's round.
Vasilev's nearly just been clattered by Harris reversing across the track sideways.
Is it which Mercedes is that? It's Matthews. So Matthews is going to be the first one to settle up here. Let's see how he can do when he's coming through turn 1 and turn 2 into 3. Back on the power very cautiously. You do have a lot of grip round here due to the high downforce levels, but in the rain, I'm sure not too many people have practiced this. Sliding out to that inside wall, or outside wall even. Coming down the straight now, no DRS here in the rain, obviously, even though there is quite a bit of damp, dry patches down there, as it's mainly covered by the buildings overhead. But here, Matthews comes now through into sector 2. Thank you, Green Axo for the subscription. It's very much appreciated. If you are, I don't think you actually do have a seat in a team, if I'm not wrong. But if you do, then that will be put to your team's budget. Anyway, Matthews now coming through the very technical part of the track, as he will now go over the bridge and into this very tight left-hander. Going to be very. I won't be surprised if we see a few moves into there because this is tier 3 and they don't really have any clue what to do in a racing situation. I'm joking, tier 3. I love you, really. Just not Luke Martin.
No, you loved it when I was there.
I did, yeah.
You got a kiss
Do you know?
mark.
Do you know what would be really nice?
What?
Is if we get a nice surprise visit from Hyperia in the final Tier 3 race on F122.
That would be cute.
That would be very cute. Oh, it's Adam. Ah, okay. I saw you the other day, Adam.
Luke Matthews did clonk the wall a little bit.
He did. Don't see
I
any
don't think
damage
so.
though.
Nah. Wasn't a big tap anyway, it's just a little love kiss.
Well, here he comes through the final corner, which is a very light lift in the dry, but he did run it wide there, but keeps it within the white lines somehow. And it's a 152.9 from him. Don't think the Rondé's on a lap, so it's going to be Kelsey Best up next. Is he on a lap? He is on a lap, and he goes P2 with that. Just 6 tenths behind Matthews. There's Vasilev now, championship leader, leading the timing sheets here at the start of qualifying. 12 minutes to go. Zervald now goes up to P3.
And Nilsson, P5. I think we've got to give... Oh, Luke Martin, P6. And is that Mewis?
He's just starting a lap. So I think it's going to be Sharma. It is Sharma coming up to the line now, and he goes P6, just ahead of Luke Martin and behind Nilsson.
Let's watch Anderson though. This is big because he needs to be near Vasilev if he wants a chance at the championship.
He does. Around the final corner now, keeps the traction under his foot, and he goes fastest by nearly 5 tenths of a second.
That's what he needs.
That is what he needs. If he can keep that kind of pace all weekend over his rivals, it's looking good for him. But Vasilev has just got to finish P3 or higher. And
Rolf is next, I think. Can Rolf cook? Because he needs a miracle to win this championship, but it's possible.
Yeah, he had a very slow start to the season, but he really came alive in the mid to final stages. Oh, he nearly hit outside wall there. I don't know if there was any contact with the front wing. It doesn't look like he's got any damage. Around the final corner is purple, sector 2. Across the line now, up to the front row for Rolf. 3 tenths behind Anderson in the Haas. Ice Cream though.
10 faster than Anderson.
A 52.2 for Ice Cream.
Red Bull cook. Sargent
Now goes fastest by half a second over Ice Cream.
Who's letting them cook? That track's got to be getting drier.
I think everyone's just going round and round. They've filled up for enough runs to just keep going around the track and finding the grip. But who hasn't is Matthews, who's come into the pits already.
What about Durand?
Let's see Durand. He had a spin on the start of his first lap, so it's not representative, and it is now. It's a 52.8 for him. As Best crosses the line behind him, a 53.0. As that's, I think, Vasilev?
Nilsson. He's not on a lap, I don't think. He's got quite a lot of battery.
Okay, maybe he's done a cool-down lap.
He's just starting the lap, yeah.
Mewis, he is on a lap because we saw him start it before. Here he comes around the final corner. He's gone purple sector 2, and it's a 52.4 up to the second row of the grid, just behind Anderson.
It's shaping up to be a great quality, to be fair, with all of this track change.
It is. As here comes Harris around the final corner. Oh, he's on that lap. Oh, is that Luke Martin in the background? I think he's on a cool-down lap.
He's still washed.
Oh, Harris has spun.
What about Kopf?
Kopf goes up to the second row.
What about Anderson? He's into the pits.
I'm surprised to see this many people come into the pits.
Yeah, you would have thought they would fuel up and just continue to run with
as chat is pointing out, actually, it has stopped raining and there is a dry line beginning to form. Could we see slick tyres towards the end of this session? I think we will.
It's gonna be a ballsy move. Whoever goes up first.
I'll
keep an eye on it. I mean, you don't get that statistic until they've actually finished a lap, do you? On the overlay.
What's that?
The tyre change.
No.
I'll keep an eye out on it then, seeing as it updates as soon as they come out the pits on the game.
I think that's why so many people have come into the pits and they're waiting for the dry weather now.
Yeah, maybe so.
Probably a bit too sketchy out there. The wall's so close around this track. As who's that? Ice Cream's committed for another lap though. I think he's starting another lap now.
So is Van Loon. Van Loon's also committed. Who's just finishing off sector 1 now if you want to check his second time.
Durand now goes fastest by 600ths of a second. Best P3, but that track it is getting dry. And I'm sure
Rolf's sector 1. Be interesting to see because he does have pace. That's for
sector
sure.
1. Let's see, I've got to take a second to update. It's Nilsson now goes to the top of the timings. But it is purple sector 1 for Rolf.
Mewis goes faster by 4 tenths now over Nilsson.
Yeah, the track's just getting faster and faster.
Is that Luke Martin next? Will Luke Martin show signs of track development in his lap, or will he bottle it like he's famous for? He's bottled it.
Wow.
Is that Vasilev?
That's impressively slow.
It is Vasilev. Where can he go? Fastest by,
Fastest.
what's that, 3/10?
2.5. 2.5
2.5.
tenths faster. But here comes. I want to watch Rolf van Loon for his final sector because, like you say, he's got to pull a miracle today. And with the track drying, let's see if he'll decide to pit or not.
However,
Someone
one
has
scary
stole.
thing, he does have Alex Harris ahead of him.
Someone has stole his purple sector 1, and he's only improving for the second sector, so he might decide to pit here. Let's see. He is committing to the lap, and he's coming around the final corner now.
Doesn't invalidate, keeps it clean.
There he goes, up to the second row of the grid.
Just not good enough to get himself up on a provisional pole though.
No,
Unfortunate,
3
but
tenths behind. The track, I reckon you could run slick tyres on now, but I think
Ice cream's cooking. He's improving by about 8 tenths. Coming around the final corner now.
across the line now.
Let's go, Vasilev, win it.
On to provisional pole for.
Sargent,
Sargent replaces it.
8 tenths faster.
Sargent is cooking out there. But we are now nearly sub 50 in lap time, so the track is 100% getting quicker as we go on.
He's hit the pit wall.
Kosev has subscribed. Thank you for that. 8 months to the channel. He has said, "Let's go, Vasilev, win it."
I think Luke Matthews hasn't retired in the pits, and if he has, then I'm sorry, because I'm wrongly assuming. But I swear he's just slapped it on the pit entry wall.
I don't see why he would
Oh
retire.
my god! Guess who's out on softs?
Who?
Well, he's not out yet, actually. Guess who's in the pits? And
Harris.
the put softs on.
Harris.
How did you know?
Oh yeah, I can see it on this screen.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know why Luke Matthews would retire, because the track's just going to get better.
I think he's hit the wall.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Either that or he's having hardware issues, maybe.
He binned it, says Harris, who's legally in the Mercedes voice chat.
Whilst driving a Williams. How does he do it? Van Loon's got to be coming in the pits, yeah, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
He
he's
is.
going in. I imagine everyone will be heading to the pits. It's still... I mean, I know Singapore, on this game at least, is... Oh yeah, I can see... I can see the tether of Matthews'
Oh my
wheel.
god! He's here.
Who? Harris?
Nope.
Wait, what?
Check that chat.
Oh, Hyperia! Oh my god, he's come for the final round of the season. The only
That's made
thing
my
not
day.
hot in the UK currently is his qualifying lap.
Never change.
Alright, so I'm surprised Mewis has gone back out on the inters. Is the track going to get dry enough? Because, like I was about to say, around Singapore, I noticed the track takes a long time to dry out on this game. You had a stream sponsor last week, missed a week. Fair enough, but we have missed your Luke Martin slander.
I could have sworn he was away for longer than a week. Maybe I'm just.
Yeah,
maybe
it was
I'm
two
not-
races. It was 2 races. I've been counting the days.
I was gonna say maybe my withdrawal symptoms from Hyperia were just so bad. I thought it was longer than that. Is there anyone doing anything interesting, or all just sit in the pits?
There's a few people still out because I think it's literally on the edge now of being able to use soft tyres.
But both the AlphaTauris in fact went out on fresh enters.
Yeah.
That was banging. I hope that picked up.
It did. It did.
Good. I'm very pleased with that one. Oh, Duran nearly just killed himself.
Yeah. Guys, I've got to say one more thing before. Oh, Harris has stopped in the pit exit to let the run through. I thought he'd spun.
To come out on sauce. What a little.
I want to
bitch.
say one more thing before we head into the race. Appreciate the overlay because this could be the last time you see it for a few months. So take it in. What?
Why?
Because new game might not support this one. We might have to find another one, and we might have to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feels bad.
It does feel bad, but we've loved it. It served us well in this game, and it makes the streams look a hell of a lot better. So, drink it in. And what is it? What's the saying? Don't. Well, I can't remember what it was. Don't be sad that it's gone or something. And smile because it happened.
Be sad that it's over. Be
That's the
happy
one.
that it happened.
That's the one.
Although Hyperia has spoke once again, and he said, "I'm going to see F1 at Silverstone. I just know if I go to the Ferrari pit garage, Luke's dad will be there, seeing their performance."
What?
I don't know. I think Ferrari make a lot of mistakes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm catching the wrong drift. Yeah.
But I want to say Durande is cooking at the moment. He's purple sector
Yeah, he
1,
is.
purple sector 2. On those fresh inters, there's a few people sat in the pits on softs currently.
Anderson and Nilsson was, but he's changed back to inters now.
Yeah, because I don't think people are 100% certain about the slick tyres yet.
Vasilev's back to inters as well.
Here we go, Durande across the line, and it is provisional pole by
By
2 seconds.
A second and a half.
A second and a half to Sargent, but we still think that the track's surely going to ramp up still here towards the end of qualifying.
Anderson has to. Well, he's on the softs actually. Anderson's actually came out on the softs, and I was about to say he has to make a gamble here if he wants it to, you know.
This could be very interesting because
It needs to work for him.
It does. But with all these people
Mewis.
running, Mewis now going to the top of the timings. But I think with all these, Best now up to the front row.
But to AlphaTauri's by a 10th.
I think with all these people going around on inters, maybe the track will dry out a little bit more for the start of Anderson's lap. But in some places it looks dry enough. In other places it looks way too slippy.
It doesn't look too uncomfortable watching his onboard.
Could
which
this
I'm
be
doing
a good Ferrari strategy?
from Haas?
Oh wait, yeah, he's at Haas. Never mind. I went to click on Sargent when I said that.
Nice mate. Now the track genuinely. Oh my god, he's nearly just spun out of there because he was in first gear.
What was he?
So that
cooking?
might be why. There's little drops of rain through like well actually just at the start of sector 3, but I think you can make this work personally. I think you can.
Oh, there's a spun Aston Martin at the final corner. I think that's Sharma.
Message.
No, it's Masic. Masic has spun. As
It's alright.
Kopf goes onto the front row. 79 thousandths was that behind Mewis. It's close at the top right now. As who's that next to come across the line? Is that Durande again? And is he on a lap or did he go for a cool down lap? I
Looks to me
think
like he's on lap.
yeah, he's on a lap, and it's a 48-0 from Durande. As here comes.
Anderson invalidated. Wait, Anderson invalidated that lap. Does that mean?
I think that's his
hasn't
out lap though, isn't it?
Yeah, but sometimes if you do it right at the end of the lap, it'll
Yeah,
invalidate.
yeah. As Harris only sets a 54.6, he's still doing intermediate times at the start of the session. And Mewis, did he push on for another lap? Oh, he got a huge snap though at the final corner and still goes fastest with a 47.8. I thought he was gone then. As Best now goes across the line and sets the fastest time.
6 tenths.
6 tenths faster than
Who's
both.
next? Is that ice cream? It is ice cream. It's looking quick.
Here comes Ice
Not
Cream
as
now,
quick-
up to
not
the
as quick
front
as
row.
Kelsey Best. Where's Sargent?
He's
Sargent's
invalidated.
invalidated. That's crucial though, because he's been getting provisional pull times every time they've been out.
He has, and Luke Martin is going to be next across the line as he comes under the bridge. Or under the stadium section, actually.
By 2.5 seconds. Which you'd hope since he is 5 seconds off the pace.
Well, here he comes on the power once again. One more corner to go for him. Back on the power, using as much track as he can. It's a little bit of a snap, goes up to P4. And here comes a Williams of Zerveld, who goes fastest.
By 4 tenths. Oh my god. Mate, you need to check on Anderson's sector times.
I do. Anderson,
Half of it's invalidated.
what is he cooking on the slick tyre? He's the only one that's taken the gamble. He is purple sector 1, purple sector 2. Has this been a masterclass or a hasterclass from Anderson as he's got a few corners left to go? Tentatively on the power, he doesn't want to drop his lap now. He is going to be getting provisional pole.
By 2/10.
But it's looking like he's going to be beat by Anderson. Actually, someone's taking his purple sector 1 away, but it is Anderson. 44.8 for the Haas driver.
Wilson goes P2. But he's still a 2.5 off of Anderson. Rolf
goes onto the front row.
Still a 2.5.
What can our championship... Oh, no, Vasilev's down in P13. I've only just realised.
Oh my god.
Vasilev down in P13, leading the championship.
That's qualifying.
And that's it for qualifying. What
a strategy.
What a way.
If anyone wants to clip when I said I think this is going to work, feel free. Honestly.
What a way to end Tier 3's qualifying for Season 7. Yeah, I'll give you that Tier 3. That was a good qualifying session. I think that might be the best quali they've had all season. But in the end, Anderson, the only one to go out on slicks, takes pole by 1.5 seconds to Van Loon. Alright, there is a lobby restart. So, we are going to be back very shortly. And we'll head into what is surely going to be a very interesting race. And yeah, we'll look forward to it. We'll see you guys after the lobby restart, after we've got some grid penalties applied.